Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of React Attack. I am Words, and today we continue our dive into the Band-Maid documentary series by our boy Orangey. Now, this is I made a post about it. Shout out to everybody who liked that post. I made a post about it. This is take 2 on part 2 of Miku. Bars. Wow, bars. I should use that in a line. Anyway, y'all. I originally reacted and recorded to it, and there was no audio. My mic was muted the whole time, basically. So there was no audio of me. So we're back here to do it again. I wanted to wait a few days, kind of, it's not an initial reaction, which I hate, but nonetheless, guys, I'm going to give you my commentary. And hey, who knows? Maybe we'll have more commentary on top of that because I'm watching it through a second time. Okay. Anyway, also, this is part of a series of shout-outs, so we're going to do the whole documentary series and stuff like that, so no worries there. We got more shout-outs coming, man, so thank you all for being so patient on this one. Let's get into it. Shout out to Orangey. Love this intro. Let's go. Part 2, Miku!
Breaking new gate.
The guitarist. All right. And this is what I've been really excited to learn about is Miku, because like everybody's like, she learned how to play guitar like after the band was already formed, so I'm excited to hear the story.
After its formation, Band-Maid consisted of 5 members, and the only guitarist was Konami. At this time, Band-Maid wasn't really a hard rock band, but it was something that all the members wanted to move towards. It was then decided that the addition of another guitar would help them achieve this vision.
For sure.
So, they had 2 options: recruiting a guitarist or having a remaining member learn to play a new instrument.
For sure. I was going to say, man, like when you're going to have a band as like epic and as big as the Maids are, it can only be done with two amazing guitar players. And the dedication that Miku has put in, I mean, like, at least from what I see in her skill level, she's put in a lot of work.
They knew they didn't want another member, so it was up to Saiki or Miku to fill this role. As expected, Saiki refused, so Miku took responsibility as the founder of the band
wants to be the front,
learn to play guitar.
The front of the
At
band,
the beginning,
right? She's the front
Miku's
lady
guitar
of the band.
was little more than an ornament to make the pigeon look cool rather than an instrument to play on stage. Miku had a lot to learn and not much time to practice, so she used to play some notes here and there without having a real impact on the song. There are even some songs where she didn't even hold her guitar.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. That's some cool footage. Hell yeah, that's what's up, dude. Let's go. Cool footage, man. Now, see, what I like about that is you have these. Everybody's got a defined role at this point. Whether even though there's Konami on guitar, you have the pigeon who brings in learns the guitar and brings in this other dynamic, but then kind of fits in this role where you have right now these 2 lovely young ladies who are kind of the front ladies of the band, the front maids of the band. But now I think with their roles more defined as guitarist and vocalist and just lead vocalist, I think they're able to switch off a little more, and it has more of an impact and more depth in the band, personally.
His first guitar was a Rickenbacker 620 that she used for practice and for concerts. She chose this guitar for its looks, as she didn't have any other knowledge of guitars back then.
Hey, that's cool. Gotta do it, man.
Miku never thought about playing guitar. Like Misa never thought about playing bass, but contrary to Misa, who fell in love with her instrument, Miku didn't like playing guitar that much. As she practiced, her fingers hurt, and she was asked to play more and more, increasing this pain and the blisters.
Yeah, that's
not a great start for our pigeon and her guitar. As the years have passed by, Band-Maid songs have been getting more and more intense.
Oh, yeah.
Miku now had enough experience as a guitarist to notice that she needed a new guitar to match with this new kind of music. Fortunately, she joined Konami, who was invited to visit the Zomitis factory by Kanda Shokai from Kanda Shokai Corporation, the company that owns Greco Guitars and Zamitis guitars.
Dude, I kind of want to try a Greco.
During this visit, Miku fell in love with the Zamitis A24MF
Zamitis, huh?
for its looks and its heavy sound.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should your boy buy a Zamitis?
Since then, she's never stopped using Zamitis guitars. Song after song, Miku was getting more guitar parts to play.
That's what's up, dude.
And when she began to feel under pressure, the other members cared enough about Miku to tell her that it was okay to put it down if she wasn't sure that she wanted to continue playing guitar. And even though she did think about quitting the guitar, Miku didn't want to bring an additional member to Band-Maid. So she just kept practicing
that's it, girl.
to match the level
Don't give
required
up,
by
baby.
these new
Don't
songs.
give up.
We know how much of a hard worker Miku is, so there was no way that she was going to give up.
This woman is an inspiration, man. An absolute inspiration that even like during success, you can still find more to learn. You can still expand. You can still do things no matter what level of success you are. Look at the Beatles, man, right? I'm just saying, you could still try and experiment and do new things as an artist. And if you're a true artist, it ain't about the money, man. It's about creating the art. That's what it is.
Also, with more songs with different tunings and more concerts to perform, Miku needed more guitars. So she added other Zamitis guitars to her collection, like the Zamitis CS24MF, Aces and Eights.
That's a sick guitar. Aces and Eights, that's sick. That's probably my favorite one right there.
Miku added a lot of
they're
guitars
all sick,
over the
though.
years,
They're all
electric and
sick.
acoustic, and almost all of them are from Zamitis. And a special model was teased by Miku in early 2021 and confirmed a month later.
Hey.
A signature model named Flappy Pigeon.
Yo, I'm gonna own one of these guitars one day, y'all. Hey, if you want your boy to own one of these guitars, y'all know what to do, man. Y'all know what to do. I would love to own that signature model. Are you kidding me? I would play it live on stage. I'll record music with it, the whole bit, and all the members was watching me. I would use that motherfucker. I'm just saying, y'all. That guitar is sick.
Zamitis talked to Miku about making a custom guitar for her as a surprise present. She didn't believe them at first, thinking it was a joke. At first, only the metal front design was planned to be customized. But
that flake, the greens and blues and that flake. Oh my gosh, y'all. I will own one of these guitars, bro. The Flappy Pigeon. Let's go, dude. I will own one.
But Miku asked if she could also change the shape of the metal, and that this model fits her current settings. As Miku seemed to know what she wanted to do with her signature model.
I love the metal. Like, okay, so most guitars will have a pick guard, right? And I would say most similar body styles to this aren't going to have a pick guard on it. But the way that she designs it to overlay the pickups and everything, and I think it's just a beautifully thought out design, man. Artistic and functional.
Zamitis let her make any modifications she wanted to. She worked with a designer called Koji Takeuchi,
look at that.
who helped her create this beautiful design. Miku even used her handwriting for the logo at the center of the
I want
guitar.
it.
As expected,
I forgot
a
about
lot of
that.
pigeons are visible everywhere on this design. Miku said that she chose this name with the thought of being able to fly around the world with her guitar. The Zamitis Flappy Pigeon was sold on March 9th, 2021 with a beautiful case and a certificate of authenticity signed by Kabato Miku herself. About a month later, on April 16th, a Miku Kabato special exhibition was announced. The event took place in Ochanomizu Gaki Center
Cool
from April 16th to May 5th and featured almost all Miku's guitars. fans were able to check.
I was saying in the first video, we had something similar to that. Like, so in the big city that I'm from, I don't live there now, but in the big city that I'm from, we have Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. He's from my hometown, and he had a big museum put in of all his guitars. He's a huge collector of guitars. He's gotten guitars from like Dave Grohl and I mean, you name it, man. And he put them all on display, which is pretty cool. So these kind of exhibitions with this stuff is pretty cool. And it's something I would go check out if I was able to, man. I would love to go see Miku's collection.
Miku's guitar collection, and even buy a guitar or a Zemaitis t-shirt. T. Shinji had the chance to visit this exhibition and shared some of his photos of the trip.
That's so cool, dude. I love that one right there. Oh, the one on the left. Oh, I love that one too. Oh, that's so sick.
シンジさん、ありがとうございました。もう一人、別のスペシャルゲストによるスペシャルコーナーの時間です。
We actually
I love that
have
he's got his like
two
little
guests.
sidekick.
うわ、
That's cool.
ゲストが二人も。
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What a
We
great
have
channel.
two incredible guitarists with us today.
それではスペシャルゲストのお二人と小鳩さんのギタリストとしての進化についてお話ししましょう。こんにちは。お二人とも自己紹介していただけますか？
Hey, this is Axe from the Axe Japan YouTube channel from sunny Scotland. I've been playing guitar for about 26 years now.
Damn, that's a long time.
26年も？すごいですね。
I'm a songwriter, performer, and teacher of guitar. The Band-Maid song that got me hooked on them was probably YOLO.
Hell yeah.
DPG です。今回ですね。
Oh yeah, if I remember, this dude's a freaking legend, bro. If I remember from the first time I watched it, this dude is a legend, bro.
バンドメイドファンコミュニティの方から声をかけていただきまして、コバとミクのギターについて語ってほしいというふうに言われまして、まああんまりこういうのやったことないんでちょっと緊張しますね。
大丈夫ですよ。
I love it that he's like, I'm nervous, but he owns this
バンドメイドにとって
interview.
コバとミクの立ち位置っていうのはまあ皆さんご存知だと思うんですけども、まあ、ざっくり言うとまあバンドを結成した張本人であり、まあ主にはギターボーカルと作詞、
For sure,
あと、
for
バ
sure.
ンドの広告塔みたいな立ち位置と、まあ、私は認識してるんですけども、はい。まあ、あとはハトですね。はい。
So I'm not actually too sure when Miku started playing guitar, but I get the impression that she hadn't been playing guitar for long when the band started, and you can kind of see that from early performances.
で、彼女がギターを始めたのがバンドメイド結成っていうタイミングだと思うので、まあ、2013年ですかね。で、まあ、ギター弾く人だとわかると思うんですけど、まあ、数年ぐらいで、まあ、人前でプロとして弾くっていうのはかなりまあメンタルが
Yeah,
標
it's
準じゃ
not
ないと
easy,
厳しい
man.
な
That
とい
shit
うふう
ain't
に
easy.
思ってます。で、まあそれがね、まあ、例えばまあギタリストにとってまあ簡単なフレーズだったりとかしても、まあさすがにちょっとこう人前でまあちょっと練習しただけでっていうのは厳しいのかなと思います。で、2013年にギターを始めたとして、まあその後1年後には、まあ、メイドインジャパンだったり、その翌年には、
Yeah, and those are both great songs. Both great
ニュー
songs.
ビギニングか、まあスリルとかフリーザー収録されてるやつですね。まあ、あの辺がリリースされて、翌年には、ブランドニューメイド、フリーダムとかアロンとか入ってるアルバムですね。
Also, the way that these songs were written back in the early days, her purpose, guitar-wise, was really just to back up Konami, and a lot
Yeah,
of the
just to kind
parts.
of just to kind of fill out a little bit more of the music, you know, which is cool. I mean, like a lot of bands have that, and you know, she can sing, and that's what she was doing. But now she brings just an arsenal of talent to it. So
guitar parts, especially in the first few releases, were just single guitars. Really, they really could have got away with just having the one guitar player in the early days. But
yeah, in the early days maybe, but definitely not today.
I think because Miku is a songwriter and she was learning guitar, then why not have her just do backup for, you know, the main parts of the songs. Obviously she's singing as well, and you know, you can tell if you go back and watch like early performances and stuff, there are quite a few mistakes on her part. But yeah, you can chalk that up to many things: lack of experience. You know, obviously singing and playing is not easy. It's not the easiest thing in the world. It takes a lot of skill to do that. So there are mistakes here and there. If you follow the band closely over the years, she has got so much better at playing guitar. And also singing and playing guitar, and also the confidence has grown a lot, especially the confidence. It really shows. She's a lot more comfortable playing now and just letting loose. You can tell that she's not putting as much thought into it.
Oh, she has a blast on stage
because it's all become second nature now to her.
でこの段階でもギター歴まだ3年なんで、これも本当にギターやる方には分かることだと思うんですけど、わずか3年っていうともうほぼ初心者と変わんない状態ですよ。
That's true. And this is what I mean by this guy. He breaks it down, man. Like he's saying, like 3 years isn't like a terrible amount of difference depending on how much you practice as a beginner. Like you're learning basic chords, you can play songs, but I mean, even dude, I've been playing for probably 20 years, and I'm nowhere near as good as any of these guys, and I'm sure Pigeon's way better than me. I just don't sit down and practice it enough. I consider myself more of a lyricist than anything. I think I'm better at writing lyrics than I am, or putting songs together and writing lyrics and writing the stuff as I am to like show talent on it. You know, I could take 3 chords and make it sound really good. You know what I mean? My skill is in word, but this dude knows exactly what he's talking about.
その状態で作詞やってたりとかプロモーションもやったりとか、編曲だったりとかアレンジですねとかやってる中で、あまり練習の時間が取れないって考えると、通常の、一般の方がギターをやる3年とは、ちょっと違うのかなっていうふうに感じるんですけど、その当初はまだ弾いてるフレーズを簡単というか、パワーコードだったりとか、それほどテクニカルなことはやっていないなという印象ですけども、バンドされる方は分かってらっしゃると思うんですけど、そういったサウンドがあって初めてバンドに厚みが出るので、必要っていうところでいうと十分必要なポジションではあるのかなと思います。
Obviously, she has a great mentor in the band, Konami. It would be amazing to have someone like that in the band to actually teach
Konami
you.
Blows my mind.
But her progress has just come through practice. And when you're in a touring band, that's all you're doing. You know, you're playing the same stuff every night, and that's what practice is. It's just repetition. So, you know, being on the road.
Not to mention, as you record these songs, I mean, I think you probably get to know the song better in the studio than you do out on the road, because when you're out on the road and playing a show, there's other things you're focused on. You learned the song from being in the studio, right? Over and over, repeating those parts, doing those parts over again, recording those parts over and over again, going through mixing, mastering, hearing it over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then you go out on the road and you know it so well that you can just enjoy the show and have fun playing it. And yeah.
All the time. She's playing constantly. So yeah, she's bound to improve, and that's exactly what's happened.
For sure.
I think also her improvement on guitar has led to the evolution of the band. It's actually a very important thing that's happened during their career. I think Konami was a bit limited in terms of writing in the early days because she was basically only writing one guitar part.
でその後また、2017年には「Just Bring It」、これ僕大好きなアルバムなんですけど、
私も大好きなアルバムです。
で翌年にはワールドドミネーションという流れになっていきますけど、この段階でギター歴が、5年、 ですよね。で結構 BPM が速くなってきてて、その中でもスライドだったり、まあ、オクターブ走行だったり。
So you have the 3 years, and then you have that 2 years where it really kind of ramps up, and she focused, man.
とかっていうのがあるので、まあ、正直、まあ、ギター歴5年でここまで弾けるっていうのは相当すごいなというふうに個人的には思います。で、ここから劇的に変わるんですけども、2019年のカンからのリリースからチョーキングとかのタウンフレーズとかも、まあ、バンバン入ってきていて、でも楽曲としてもかなりアクセントになってる部分があるんですよね。まあ、あまりカンから聞かれない方はちょっとぜひコアトパートに耳を傾けていただけたらなと思うんですけど、結構難しいことやってます。この歴で考えると相当ハードル高いことをやってるなと思います。
I know, it's awesome.
で、2021年、ギター歴8年かで、まあ、安心ワールドですよね、結構直近ですけども、安心ワールドリリースして、で、まあ、正直まあ、自分も耳コピしたりとかしてカバーするんですけど、まあ、アフターライフの B メロのバッキングとか、
Yeah, and this dude just sit here and said he just covered it by ear. Are you freaking I can't even do that. You know, some people are just more attuned to it, man. You got to remember, I grew up in the punk rock scene when it came to music. Like, I can play guitar, I can shred some licks and stuff, but I can't. I don't know, man. I'm more raw emotion than I am calculation when it comes to music, I guess.
すごい度肝抜かれましたね。むずいって普通に思いました。
But now that Miku's a lot more comfortable and has gained a lot of proficiency on guitar, she's able to write parts with 2 guitar parts in mind, and especially in the last couple of releases from Band-Maid, there's a lot more songs that have separate guitar parts, like guitars 1 and 2, where they'll do different things, and sometimes they'll even harmonize with each other.
Yeah, I mean, I love that.
There's even some little lead things that Miku does now.
That they got to that point,
a really nice evolution to see, going from just playing chords back up all the time to actually playing some lead guitar.
Which both are honorable, man.
Really,
like,
really cool to see. Just to give
even if Miku just played power chords and backed up and like used her beautiful voice, like I wouldn't care. That would be still good. You know what I'm saying? But she just stepped it up, which I love.
A quick example, if you take her solo from the onset instrumental, which is basically this. Just chords, we're in drop D, so you can basically bar. It's like one of the easiest things to do. To her solo in Sayan Akadori, where she's actually playing actual octaves in more of a solo environment, I guess.
She's
actually doing stuff like that. That's just night and day from a solo, like just a chord solo.
Well, to be fair though, octave chords aren't that.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
They're not that hard either.
The next couple of albums that you will see her actually doing like some cool like little lead stuff. Actual, maybe even some guitar dueling with Konami. It would be really awesome to see.
小鳩さんとかなみさんのギター対決を見てみたいです。
And speaking as a guitar teacher myself, I can only imagine how proud Konami is of Miku and how far she's come. And you can see it when they're playing together live. Whenever Miku's doing a
I love the interactions these girls have with each other, like throughout all of it, dude. It's a beautiful thing.
Part that's more complicated than what she's used to, and you can see the look of, she's doing it on her face, which is it's super nice to see.
ギターに練習に時間が使えない彼女が8年で安心ワールドのリズムギターを務めているのは驚異的だなと思いますし、で、音源の収録っていうのは以前メンバーが言ってましたけど、ミンチョが演奏しているっていうのでライブとちょっと音源っていうのは若干違うんですけども、それでもやっぱり歌いながら弾くっていうことがあるので、 多少簡略化されててもそれは仕方ないなと思いますし、それでも十分難しいフレ
Yeah,
ー
see,
ズ
that's
弾
what
いて
I
るな
that's
という
what
ふ
I
う
like
に
about this guy.
私
He knows exactly what the hell he's talking about, man. This dude knows.
自身は感じています。で、まあここ最近の曲なんかは特にそうですけど、もうなんかもうメタリカばりのなんかゴリッゴリのバッキングをリズムキープしながらちゃんとこう観客に笑顔を見せつつステージングパフォーマンスをしつつ、ちゃんとリズムキープしてるっていうのがすごいなと単純に思います。で彼女のそういった安定感あるバッキングがあるから、ミンチョが結構自由なフレーズを奏でても、音が薄くならないというか、結構ミンチョって単音フレーズだったりとか高音フレーズ弾いてることが意外と多いんですよね。なので、低音域中音域っていうのをもちろん低音はベースがあったりとかするんですけども、その間の中音域だったりとかっていうのをしっかりとこう小鳩が。
What was I saying earlier about the balance, right? Like when she fit into that role of like guitar player and singer, it was more balanced, and they're able to do more, I think, with it. It's more depth that way. I was saying.
ているというような感じで、バンド全体でちゃんと本当にバランスが取れているなという印象ですね。
So yeah, like I said, I think Band-Maid's musical evolution actually has quite a lot to do with Miku's improvement on guitar, and we can only just look forward to seeing what comes next. We might start seeing even more sort of complicated guitar arrangements involving two guitars. So yeah, we just have that to look forward to, and yeah, we'll just continue being proud of the progress that she's made.
であんまり普段こうやってコアとミクのギターをどうだとかっていうのをあまりこう真剣に考えたことがなかったんですけど、今回こういう機会をもらったので、いい機会になったなと思います。これからも私はバンドメイドを応援していきたいなと思ってます。
Shout out to my dude, DPG.
ギタリスト小鳩さんについてのお話、
Let's go.
お二人ともありがとうございました。
Over the years, Miku's journey as a guitarist is probably one of the most unconventional.
For sure.
She literally started with zero knowledge and a guitar as a prop to evolve into the well-trained guitarist that we know today. Miku's guitar became essential for Band-Maid, and we can expect that she will have a bigger role to play in the future.
Hell yeah. Oh, here we go. The lyricist, y'all.
Even though Miku is writing most of the lyrics for Band-Maid today, it was not the case during the first years of the band's activity. It is very common for the debut of a band under a label that the management hires one or more lyricists to provide the songs for the band to perform. That was the case for Band-Maid, who worked with Akutsu Kentaro to write the lyrics of their first single and their first mini-album called Made in Japan. He even helped with the music and arrangement of Smile, which was released in 2019, a few years after their last collaboration.
Love this song, y'all. Hell yeah, bro. What a great performance.
After Made in Japan, Band-Maid worked with other lyricists for the next two mini-albums, New Beginning and Brand New Made. And it was with Brand New Made that Miku finally got to show her writing skills, as she was able to debut her first lyrics for Alone with the help of Psyche.
Hell yeah.
Quizá
reminds me of the old bands back in the day, like, you know, the old emo bands and shit. They had these dope ass music videos of them just jamming. Like, I love this music video. I love their music videos. This just takes me back, you know. It's got a hint of nostalgia to it that I just love. Even with the slow motion and shit.
She also did the lyrics for Yuragu and Freedom. Now you might wonder, why Miku's lyrics? How was this decided? Especially considering that before joining Band-Maid, Konami worked as a singer-songwriter, so she had the experience of writing lyrics. Nevertheless, Konami, Miku, and Saiki decided to try to write lyrics for a few songs. Saiki said that she wanted to write lyrics but couldn't come up with the right words, and Konami's lyrics were a bit too airy-fairy to match Band-Maid's current style, so they decided that Miku's lyrics fit the best.
That's what's
and
up,
Miku
dude. Hell yeah.
has her ways to get the inspiration she needs. Most of the time, when a song is done, she listens and takes notes about what's going through her mind. Then, she looks for ways to actually see what she has in her head, like watching movies, reading books, or searching materials on the internet. As long as writing lyrics doesn't become a duty, but something she can do whenever she wants, Miku enjoys going through this process over and over to write new songs.
I'll tell you this, the writing process, at least for me, is some of the best, especially when you come up with something really cool that you're like, oh man, I didn't think I could come up with something like that. And I've actually been spending a lot of time comparing like my lyrics to other lyrics, so, like really paying attention to other artists' lyrics and finding out that like some of their lyrics are actually more elementary than mine. And I think we're our own worst critics. So I like criticize my shit like really hard. But yes, you just got to put it out there, man. You just got to put it out there. That's all you can do, right?
And she looks for ways to actually see what she has in her head.
And that was the only other point with me. It starts as a phrase in my head, right? Or like a little bit of a, like if I write a riff, right? That riff, what does that riff make me feel? What does that riff pull out of me? What emotional state I'm in at the moment? So all these things are into factors, and I think this is a great writing process.
Watching movies, reading books, or searching materials on the internet. As long as writing lyrics doesn't become a duty, but something she can do whenever she wants, Miku enjoys going through this process over and over to write new songs. Let's take, for example, Influencer, that was released last year.
This song shreds.
Miku asked Saiki and Akane for a theme that could match with the song Konami wrote.
That's one of my favorite songs of
Miku
theirs,
has
too.
been on TikTok for quite a while. Saiki suggested to talk about women living on social media.
That's what's up.
The trend of influencers on social media grew a lot with the pandemic, so it was a great suggestion. Miku read a lot of interviews and analyzed the behavior of those influencers that inspired her for the lyrics, like having 2 accounts on Instagram. One secret where you post your daily life photos and talk to your friends, and a fake account where you post only good-looking pictures to attract more followers.
Yeah, that's it, man. And that's why this is one of my favorites lyrically. This is one of my favorite songs from them lyrically, man, just because of the subject matter and actually how they put it together too. It's not just the subject matter, but what the lyrics and actually how they form them together. It's a brilliant song, and the music is phenomenal.
Miku also likes to employ words with multiple meanings, or even puns, as she did an Influencer with the Japanese-English pun for the lyrics chit-chat, which means meaningless conversation in English, and chicha, which means narrow-minded in Japanese.
Which, by the way, just can I say Saiki's outfit in this is just something spectacular. This girl, I'm telling you, dude, we need, and look, this is the thing. We need a hip-hop album from Saiki, yo. We need a hip-hop I know I'm stopping this, but we need a hip hop album from Psyche immediately. And this is some bars right here. And the whole concept of this chit chat that they're talking about, that is something that is often seen in rap music, right? You have references, right, to pop culture, which chit chat would be a pop culture reference, right? And the entendres behind it, right? The double, triple, quadruple meaning sometimes. So.
Psyche is singing it closer to the Japanese word to make the pun even harder to find for the Japanese audience. For songs tied to an existing media like openings or endings,
that's what makes them great.
Miku,
that's what makes them great. Like in a lyric like that is twisted in a way that like fits many definitions. It's mind-blowing to me. I don't know. I just love it.
Is very involved with the material that will be linked to the song. Last year, she released a song called With You for her side project, Clupo.
Clupo, shout out Clupo.
This song is the end title for the anime Smile of the Ars Notoria. And to write the lyrics, Miku read the novels and played the game from the same license to be in sync with the storyline.
That's what's up.
That's what I call true commitment. Some songs are even written while Band-Maid's touring, like Spirit or Carry On Living, which was born in a cafe in Berlin. Or more recently, Memorable, which was written during the US tour, along with the filming of a music video shot in California.
I feel my heart with the breath you love me. This time without surrender.
I love it. The lyrics are dope as fuck, yo.
I dream about you.
There is also one song that was written especially for the fans, as a gift from Band-Maid, and planned for the Nippon Budokan concert that was canceled due to COVID. It made a lot of us Maidiacs cry with its powerful lyrics that gave us hope when we were all having a hard time during the pandemic. And this song,
hell yeah,
was about us.
I wonder how they are doing now. You met on that guy. It makes me feel nostalgic.
I love the lyrics of this one too. They're so good.
My heart will always be with you. And I let them all.明日が見えない不安に溺れていて何もできないくらいなくてただ切にただ切に願う日常がとに変わってくこの広い世界でも僕らは生きる大丈夫ほらここにいる一人じゃない
Hell yeah, dude. I absolutely love that they did that for the fans, man. That's just giving it back to the people who have shown you love, man. That's so important, especially in today's music climate with mainstream music and bands like this and artists, independent artists. The way that the music industry is, we need more genuine love and care when it comes to that stuff, and it's beautiful, man. Give it back to the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the very astute of you might have noticed that Miku has a special persona during interviews or when she's on stage.
Totally.
はい、お帰りなさいませ。ご主人様、お嬢様、バンドメイドのギターボーカルをやっております。グループ小鳩ミクです。よろしくお願いします。
And not only when she's dressed with her maid costume, this habit is so imbued in her head that this verbal tic is present in her private life too.
もういいですけど諦めたその衣装着てない時とか、普通にこう終わりますこういう収録とかが終わって帰りますってなった時にちょっとコンビニ寄ろうとかで寄るとでレジ行くじゃないですか。でありがとうございますポーとかなんかレシートご利用になりますかあお願いしますポーみたいなのを出ちゃっててでも出てることも言わないとわからないみたいなので、はっって自分でびっくりしてるんですよ。
そう自分でびっくりするんだと相手の顔を見て
えみたいな顔してるんですよ。
It's so adorable.
She
man.
wasn't always like this. During the first years of Band-Maid, she didn't have this funny pigeon persona and talked more normally, but always with a great energy.
ということで、初めましての方が今日は多いみたいなので、改めましてバンドメイドと申します。私たちバンドメイドは先ほど紹介していただきましたように、メイドの服を着てバンドをやってるそのまんまですね。なのでバンドのメイド、バンドメイドと言います。ちなみにロゴは R がついてるので R 忘れないようにしてください。はい、私たちバンドメイドはですね、皆様のことをあなたもあなたもあなたもあなたもご主人様お嬢様として呼んでおります。
Once you get used to Miku talking now, listening to her not saying Po feels very weird, even though not everyone likes this side of her. Under Band-Maid's previous manager, she tried to bring her persona but was quickly discouraged to continue.
Which is ridiculous because look at it now, like everybody in the chats uses it, man. I love it, dude.
マネージャーさんも今は違うマネージャーさんに変わったんですぽ。でもその前のマネージャーさんの時は、小鳩さん本当にちゃんとしてくださいって怒られたんですぽ。本当にやめてくださいって怒られて、気をつけますぽって言って頑張ってこうちゃんとしなきゃと思って済ましてたんですぽ。でもマネージャー変わった時に今がチャンスだと思ってちょっと言ってたら、意外とそっちがこう返してくれたので、もっとやっていこうと思って、自由に言えるぽと思って。
So, you may ask,
what's up? There you
why
go.
Po?
いい質問ですね。私も気になります。小鳩さん、説明していただけませんか？
小鳩ミクと先ほど自己紹介しましたが小鳩ミクの小鳩は小さい鳩にミクなので、私小さい鳩なんですぽ。
ここは皆さん飲み込んでください。すっと飲み込んでください。
ちょっと苦いもの飲み込むみたいな気持ちで飲み込んでいただいて、なので鳩なのでポーって語尾についたり、くるぽーって泣いたりしますぽー。解決ぽー。
きっと受け入れてくれるはずなので。
受け入れて。
Her voice is just, I don't know, man. It like sticks with you. You know what I'm saying?
いただかないと多分耳障りが大変なことになりますぽ。
なるほど。説明ありがとうございました。ナレーターさん、続けてください。
Thank you. Miku is actually using what is called in Japanese kyara gobi, a common technique used in anime to make fictional characters more memorable and distinctive.
And that's exactly what
like the
happened.
use of the onomatopoeia "nyeh" by cat-like characters at the end of their phrases. Except that Miku is a pigeon, so she uses the word Po. It's been years since she became the small pigeon that we know today, always full of energy and happiness with her cute and funny persona. And when she is on stage,
she's out of
during
control.
MCs,
She gets that crowd into it, bro.
Miku
She's
becomes the funniest comedian for a few minutes of pure joy.
I love this. This is fantastic.
いつものことならここで次の曲が始まるんですが、今回はですね、もう少し小鳩タイムが続くっぽ。このクラップが鳴ったということはお分かりの方もいらっしゃると思います。次の曲、小鳩のソロの曲をやりたいと思います。一緒にクラップでメンバーを呼び込もうと。また鳴った。なんでカラオケも大阪と名古屋とやってきても小鳩飽きたよ。もういっそ一曲まるまる歌うっぽ。バイバイバイバイヒッポー。Don't you 放り込まれた意味を探す日常。
She's just getting it, yo.
Everyone ため息ばかり脱ぎ捨てて乗り込めるって終わるんかいぽ。ちょっとノリノリだった気持ち返してぽ。どうせなら一曲まるまる歌いたかったぽ。頑張れ小鳩、頑張れ小鳩。ここはゼップ東京だけど小鳩の気持ちは大丈夫。みんな優しい、みんな優しい。きっと次こそメンバーも戻ってきてくれるはず。きっとね、きっとね。もっとクラップをして、じゃあメンバーをお願いしますの気持ちで一緒に小鳩もクラップするので、どうぞご協力よろしくお願いします。クラップスタート。
They're getting the crowd pumped. I love this, man. Oh, I love that.
はあ、ちょっと疲れちゃいました。でも、小鳩さんの MC はいつも面白くて大好きです。
Just for that, I want to go see him live, just to see Miku do her thing, man. The interaction is just phenomenal. I love that it breaks up the show a little bit, gives you a little bit more in the show, a little bit more bang for your buck, you know?
見れますか?
All right, but just a little bit. We have a lot of work for the next part.
次の動画は何から始まるんですか?
Let me check. Oh, Omajinai time.
おまじないタイム大好き。楽しみ。残りは来週にしましょう。次回は必ず最後まで見ます。では皆さん、良い一日を。日曜日にお会いしましょう。
I love it. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, yo. That's what's up, man. Hell yeah, dude. Fantastic, man. Wow. It is so cool to just see where this band has started and where they come from. I think their story is super unique. And I can't wait to get to the end of it and see what it's all like once it's all come together and where this band has come from and where they're going. And man, shout out to the Maniacs. I appreciate every single one of you guys showing so much love. We're going to continue to react to Band-Maid, man. We got more shout out reactions coming as well. So stay tuned with that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here, man. This was fantastic. Part 2, take 2 of part 2 of the Miku Orgy documentary. You guys go show Orgy some love. If you guys are just now seeing this, make sure you go check out the full, by itself full version of the documentaries. They're fantastic. Anyway, y'all, let me in the comments. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys' thoughts are on this one. I'd love to hear it, see it, all that good stuff. And if you guys want to continue this musical journey of discovery with me, do me a favor, hit the subscription button down below. Y'all know what to do with it, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, everybody, stay nuclear. Peace.